Engineer 775 back at a old site that had a little trouble during this real cold snap that we had, and I had told, anyway, it was very important that there would be heat. There's a new homeowner here now, and he didn't quite realize how critical it was to keep this piston pump from freezing, especially these water boxes. This is the old Dankoff piston pump. You can see, and I haven't taken it apart yet, but I can't. The piston is locked. I have my helper here today. Elijah's helping me. We're diagnosing, but this pump is shot, not pumping water, and there's 3 RVers, a family, and multiple homes here that rely on this pump. This pump's done great. It's been in for 6 years. Super efficient, but its one nemesis is cold weather, and we got down into 4 or 5 degrees, close to 0 here in this building, and it wasn't protected. Not only that, it was open to the outside, so cold in here. He had insulated it, and but erosion, for whatever reason, cannot have that, letting air get to your pumps or plumbing. I'm thankful this other plumbing didn't freeze. So the solar pump that fills, they have some gravity fed water, so the solar pump that fills the tanks seems to be working and filling up tanks right now. Let's check. Yeah, it's a cloudy day, but she's still pumping water, and that's good. So the system uses a solar pump to fill 2 large cisterns, providing gravity-fed water to animals and tiny houses and gardens. But the pressurized part of the system is done by the Dankoff piston pump. So we're going to try to rebuild, put together something today to get these folks. The goal is water at all costs. I saw some pop fuses. We got fuse replacement, but I've had this waiting in the wings as the backup pump, so hopefully we'll be able to pop this baby in there and get back up and going. Okay, so what we're actually doing, we're taking the motor off of his existing pump. I think his motor's still good, but the mechanism, the crank, I think has come apart. It doesn't move. That rod's supposed to be moving when this wheel is turning. Nothing. Something has broken. But we're going to take this motor off of here. I know it's good, so we're going to use this. I'm hoping that it's a move, because I can't identify the motor I had on mine. It's been sitting in the shop for 6 years, so I'm going to go ahead and put this motor on here and test it. I'm kind of concerned over the leather cups, and this thing hasn't pumped in so long. But anyway, here we go. A watched pump never turns on. Is that what's going on in here, Elijah?
Maybe.
Pressure still dropping?
Yeah, still dropping, about hit 60.
So we put the old motor on the new pump, and we've run through 1 cycle. We're just going to cycle it a couple of times here, make sure we're good before we leave. But old reliable is really reliable as long as it doesn't freeze. And got some backup fuses. So when you first put these in, sometimes you have to adjust the belt. The belt will loosen, and then the pump should start pumping better as the leather cups get saturated. There she goes. Alright, she can shut that off now. Alright, so it's come on, and it's a very big bladder tank, so it takes a while to pressurize. But that's the Dankoff piston pump, 24 volt setup. And we're going to get some heat tape and some stuff on this one this time so we protect it.